Okay, can we talk about the soft girl trend that we're seeing specifically in online business? I talked about it on live stream the other day because to me it's sounding less like actual business advice and more like a bubble of privilege. What else is new? And for the record, before we get into this video is not going to be like the other content on my channel. This is mostly just going to be like an off the cuff sort of rant because I really just need to get this off my chest. I can't stop thinking about it. So if you're looking for something evidence-based, maybe more well-researched with examples, this is not the video for you. I would, however, love to hear your thoughts on this entire trend in the comments down below, so feel free to share those there. Now, this topic first came onto my radar maybe a few months ago when I really started to notice this shift in the online business space where I was starting to see women who previously identified with the like girl boss hustle until you can't work anymore, spend all your money, invest all your money, invest all your time, work so hard and get so rich. Those kind of people basically fell off the face of the internet for a while and then miraculously a few months later pop back up and were embracing their cozy entrepreneur soft girl lifestyle. And of course, in the announcement of these like cozy soft businesses that they were now running, they took zero accountability for the harm that they caused when pushing the hustle girl lifestyle. But alas, today we're not going to get into the accountability piece. I'll save that story for another day. Instead, I really just want to focus on this like soft girl era that we've entered. So if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up if you're into it, and let's go ahead and jump right in. So let's talk soft girl era. What is it? Maybe you already know, maybe you don't. Basically, it's this trend, again, that we're seeing with business coaches, online entrepreneurs, where they're all sort of stepping into their more relaxed approach to business, if you will. And it's as if suddenly this like hustle culture of the 2010s, hashtag girl boss, has been replaced with the notion of leading from your pleasure and attracting clients with ease. Which in theory sounds great. Who wouldn't want to be able to just close your eyes, work 2 hours a day, and have endless amounts of clients coming your way? But here's the thing. I think it's really easy to talk about this kind of approach to business when you've already made it. When your business runs on autopilot, maybe you're living off the dividends from the investments you made back when your business was bringing in millions of dollars, and you've basically already hit your big financial goals. But the problem I have with this is that the people that these coaches and these entrepreneurs are often selling this kind of lifestyle and approach to business to, those people are beginners. Those people don't have the same experience and amount of money and skill set that the people who are selling it to them have. So it's like these people that know what they're doing and have already been down this road are now targeting people who have no idea what's going on, telling them that it can be super easy and super soft and super cozy and blah, 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 blah. And so allegedly, in my opinion, this approach is not realistic for the majority of entrepreneurs, regardless of what your business is. And so if you're new here, hello, I've been a business owner since 2018. I started as a yoga studio owner slash yoga teacher. And then in 2022, I transitioned full-time into freelance content creation. And through both of those iterations of business, one thing that I've most definitely learned is that starting and growing a business takes a lot of grit and it takes a lot of hard work. And even when you've reached a point where you're booked and you're busy, it's not always pleasure and it's not always fun to be working in your business. And sure, don't get me wrong, I love being able to have freedom over my own schedule. I can work the hours I want when I want. I don't have to follow like a traditional 9 to 5 structure, which is my preferred lifestyle. But in being able to have that privilege, I also recognize that I'm going to face a lot of rejection all the time. I'm going to lose a lot of sleep. I'm going to work a lot of long hours. And there's going to be moments in running my business where I'm not having a good time and I want to throw in the towel and I want to quit altogether. And so that I think is normal. I think that experience is part of the journey of being a business owner, being an entrepreneur. And I know for me in my particular business, I have seasons where I'm super busy and I have a lot of work coming in. And then I have other seasons where I'm maybe not so busy. And I personally haven't reached this point where it's either one extreme or the other, where I'm like busy 24/7, or I'm able to just work 2 hours a day and never have to do very much. And maybe if you're watching this and you have a business, you can share kind of like what your experience is like in terms of that. Do I dream of the day when I can finally retire and live off the fruits of my labor, or maybe be at a point where I only have to work a few hours a day and never have to hustle again? Sure. But when I hear business coaches promoting this approach to business, saying that from the start you can live in this soft girl era, it feels so misleading. And it honestly pisses me off, because it's almost as if they're selling this end result that they've achieved without actually explaining the amount of work it took to get there. And just like we see reflected in so many different facets of the coaching industry that I've covered in length on this channel, people always want to promise you the shortcut, the easy way, 5-step system, the secrets to success, and they never actually talk about the hard work and the failure and the real stuff that goes into building a business. Instead, they choose to highlight the easy part that's come now that they've worked really hard and they've built this thing. And I think this sets really unrealistic expectations, particularly for vulnerable people that don't know any better. Okay, and like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I did a stream earlier this week, I'll link it in the cards, where I covered a woman who really basically runs one of these pleasure-centered, soft girl era type businesses. And besides the fact, which I outlined in that stream, that I feel these people are completely just selling you air and not really providing anything of significant value, I think the reason why this whole soft girl movement really angers me so much is because it also completely neglects the role that privilege plays in people's ability to be able to choose to live a soft girl life. Much like we see in the money manifestation guru space, which I covered recently in this video here, a lot of these narratives of ease and flow and
money will just come to you if you just imagine it.
It's all being perpetuated by cis white women, and I say that as a cis white woman. And listen, I'm not here to speculate about who has a rich husband, or who's living off a trust fund, or who built a business to multiple 6 figures and 7 figures and is living off that money. I'm not in their bank accounts. I don't really care how they're paying for the things in their life. What I care about is if you're living off those things, but then you're selling a coaching course or program or package where you're suggesting that other people could build their own business where they just work 2 hours a day and they don't have to worry about it and they can just imagine their way to wealth, when that's not how you built your wealth. Again, this leads me to the same conclusion that I come to in all of the deceptive content that we cover here on this channel. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. The advice that so many of these entrepreneurs and coaches want to share about business being fun and full of pleasure and so easy is not only unrealistic, it can also be incredibly harmful, especially when they're using those lies, allegedly in my opinion, to convince you to pay them money to learn how they did it when they didn't actually do it. Because newsflash, no matter how much money you pay them, you probably won't achieve the same results. All right, all this to say, do I believe that we all need to start businesses and hustle until the day we die? No. I think there's value in balance and self-care and having healthy boundaries, especially as a business owner. We do need to make sure that we take care of ourselves so that we don't reach a point of burnout. But in saying that, I'm not ignoring the fact that building a business takes hard work. The people on the internet that are trying to sell you on the idea that starting a business is easy and anyone can do it in just 2 hours a day, those are the people that are going to benefit financially from getting you to believe that that's true. I've said it before, I will say it again, consider the source, consider their intention. Their intention here is to get you to pay them money so that they can get rich. So just keep that in mind the next time that you're considering buying something from one of these people that is trying to convince you that you can start your own cozy soft girl business. I know this wasn't my normal style of content, but if you enjoyed this kind of off-the-cuff rant, please let me know in the comments. Shout out to the channel VIP members. Thank you so much for being here, as well as Harrison, Tom, Suzanne, and Zurify in the billionaire tier. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'm going to leave you on screen here with that video that I did about the manifestation gurus that are taking all your money and leaving you broke. Take care, comb your hair, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!